Y'all have some friends that if they called you at 3 o'clock in the morning and they needed you to come bail them out of something, I'm not talking about just acquaintances. I'm talking about sure enough lifelong friends that you wouldn't ask a question. You just tell them, drop me a pin and tell me where to come. I'll be right there. Y'all got any friends like that? I got a couple. And then you have friends that would do it for you. I think we make a relationship with Jesus Christ too hard. It's a beautiful story, tragic story, but he was born in Ireland in the 1800s. Modest family. And as he grew, he went to college and got a little bachelor's degree there in Dublin, Ireland. Well, he fell in love about age 24. A young lady, they were set to be married. And a tragic accident happened on a horse ride. The horse fell in the river and the young lady drowned right ahead of their wedding. It set him back, as it would you or I, a little bit. And he decided he'd just leave Ireland and move to Canada. So we did. Well, he was an educated man, and that was a little rare in that time, so he took up a job making a little income, tutoring and teaching some school there. Wasn't long later, at age 38, he fell in love again. It'd been a while. Right before their wedding, the young lady fell ill, died of pneumonia, set him back again. But he had a strong faith in Christ. It was told when you saw him, he was a big woodcutter as well, but he wasn't hireable. He wouldn't take pay. He sought out those that were disabled, the widowed, those that couldn't pay, and he'd make sure they had food and provisions and wood to get through those cold Canadian winters. He grew old. He had a few friends, but he came down with a pretty rough sickness. He even wrote a few hymns. When he died, he was riddled with fever and had an acquaintance over there watching over him. It went to bed at midnight. His friend got up to check the room to see, make sure he was okay, and he wasn't there. The friend went looking for him. They lived by a little lake, and Joseph had been out of his head with fever, and made his way down to the lake and drowned, disoriented, not knowing where he was. As his friend was going through the journal on his nightstand there, he came across a poem that was meant for his mother, Joseph's mother back in Ireland. It said, "Pray without ceasing," was the name of the poem. His friend took it, and over time, millions have sang it, millions have heard it. What a friend we have in Jesus, right? All our hurts and griefs to bear. What a privilege it is to carry everything to God in prayer. Real life of tragedy, but he had a best friend in Jesus. Friends that you can call and vent. Y'all ever do that? I mean, just something silly happens in your day. Just get you all riled up and got a good mad going. And you know you shouldn't be, but you call your buddy, and maybe it's a little gossiping or whatever, but you vent on them. You say, man, I just need to call and vent. Don't need a solution. And you're that bullet trap, I call it, for them to call you and vent, right? You share your joys, the simple things that, the wins in life, the little stuff, just talking, right? That's all a friendship with Jesus is. That's all prayer is. And I think we miss it. We try to get too formal with it. But he stands there ready to be your best friend. So if we learn how to talk to him like we would, go to him in prayer and vent about your problems. Bring it to him. Talk through it. It helps. That's what he's there for, right? He speaks to us through his word. So it goes back and forth. So that's what we should strive for, is making Jesus our very best friend, right? We learn to talk to him that way instead of talk to him like a rich uncle. Might have a better relationship, I think.